everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Phi Mu Alpha LCS Week 4. I guess this is the first game of Week 4. We got Team Great versus Team 3. My name is Gerg7. Tonight we got a special caster tuning in. What's going on, man?
Hey, this is Symphonia. I'm just filling in for Sebastian this week, but I'm really excited to be able to work with Greg this week and be able to cast some great League of Legends.
We'll fill in slash replacing because Sebastian is bad, so. Shots
Oh,
fired, baby.
he's
Shots
listening to
fired.
this.
I hope he is. Oh man, I
It
hope he
looks like we
is.
already got our first ban in, and with the Maokai down, I'm sure that they're looking forward getting those major tanks out of the top lane. Maokai has been very consistent in the past several weeks of PMALCS as being just a complete menace in the top lane and in team fights.
Plus, he's broken.
Yeah, it's kind of broken. And Malzahar as well. I have had bad experiences with Malzahar in my games in the past, and I don't blame that at all. Blame them at all to ban that champion because that ult is cancer.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, these are two picks right now that are just ridiculously meta, ridiculously overpowered. I mean, there's honestly not much you can really do, to kind of counter the Maokai at the moment. I mean, like last week, I mean, I assumed the reason they banned the Maokai was because last week Jingle played him and just like went off. Like
Yeah.
it was one of those situations where he just went into the team fights and there was basically nothing they could do to kill him. He would pop the ultimate and he would just have free roam of the back line because it's Maokai. But Ivern
Being
and
the team.
Rengar, those are
Ooh.
those must be like specific bans, I guess. I
I
don't
have a
really
feeling.
know.
I have a feeling that the Ivern is definitely one of the specific bands for that team because I know that their jungler is an Ivern main, so
Oh,
that definitely is a sign of them doing the research.
damn! I want to see. I want to see an. I don't think we've seen an Ivern yet in LCS. Oh no, I
Oh,
think
you have
no. We saw one
actually.
last week. We
Yeah,
saw one last week.
game two. They were playing against us,
Yeah,
team one, and
yeah, that's
pulled out
right.
the Ivern, and it didn't have a significant effect, but it was definitely enough. It gave them enough time for them to be able to ramp up the rest of their team.
Yeah, the
Definitely was a
Ivern
nuisance.
Morgana combo was nice for the Maokai.
Yep.
Third ban of Rumble. Guess it was just more picking on Jingle a little bit from his games last week. A lot of top lane bans though. Maokai, Rumble, and Camille coming out.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame them. The Jingle's a scary player up in the top lane, and they're trying to do their best to try to alleviate some pressure up in the top lane so that they can maybe focus a little bit more on the middle and bot lane.
So I guess they've named themselves the Comeback Kids. So it's the what is it? Team Great versus the Comeback Kids. And I'm not sure what they're coming back from, but I guess they're still coming back, whatever it
Yeah,
is,
from something.
from something. Hey, as long as they think they're worthy of it, that's all that matters. Let's see, Comeback Kids, nice. Now the first pick, Lux coming out. I guess they're really putting priority on that there. Maybe it's a champion because I know Opie is subbing in this week, so maybe it's something they just feels most comfortable on and they're just like, if we have the sub here, we might as well just put him on his most comfortable champion.
I have a feeling that's actually for Will Brooks with his Malzahar band. I know the second champ that he's really good at is Lux. So I have a feeling that he's just trying to get himself on a comfort pick to make him as comfortable as possible.
Oh, that's a good point. He has been playing the Lux support. There are a lot of counters for it though. Could see the Morgana or something like that coming out.
Maybe a Zyra. I would be really excited to
Oh
see that.
God, Zyra. Man, I can't stand Zyra. I
I
just
know
want the
most
meta to
can't.
come back where it's just tanky supports in the bottom lane. I'm sick of
You tell
seeing
me.
Brand and Malzahar and Zyra and Karma like every game. Is that wait? Did they just pick Kha'Zix and Nocturne in the same band cycle? All right, all right.
It, all right. Well, it looks like they might have possibly a Kha'Zix mid, maybe a Nocturne top. I'm not really sure how that's gonna play out, but really excited to see how they use that combo with the stealth from Kha'Zix and the complete global blind from Nocturne. Looks like they
Ooh.
chose Caitlyn as their second pick for Team Great. It looks like they're wanting to play as safe as possible against that team, which honestly I don't blame them. That's already a scary lineup, as unusual as it is. That just looks like bad news for any solo carry.
Oh, the Draven pick. That'll be good though. I think it'll be nice to have the just basically Draven's one of those champions right now where if he just gets ahead, there's really honestly not that much you can do against him.
Yeah,
He's just so strong right now. Yeah, but granted, if he gets behind, he's in a really rough position too. So kind of double-edged sword there a little bit. But still, definitely a good lane bully. Might be tough against Caitlyn, but I guess we'll see.
I feel like it's good in the right hands. If they're a really confident, strong player, if they can just catch all their axes, he is completely unbearable to play against. It just really takes one kill for him to get ahead. And if the Caitlyn players it has any sense of gameplay, she's gonna try to stay as far as possible away from that Draven so he doesn't get his stacks popped, and hopefully get the jungler down there to make sure that his stacks stay as low as possible.
Yeah, easier said than done, of course.
Of course.
Wait. So it is a Lux mid, because Will Brooks is looks like he's whipping out the Nami. I haven't
Oh,
seen them on
very
the Nami
interesting.
yet.
I have
Unless it's the Nami mid. Who knows, man? Who knows?
who knows with their choices already. I can't really say.
Dude, if the Nami mid is getting whipped out here, I'm ready. I am ready.
And the Vi somehow got past bans. I'm very surprised. It usually gets banned off in the first round of bans, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how they use that Vi against that team, because that's a huge pickup for Team 8.
Yeah, it's
Great.
it's honestly one of those champions that throughout 5 Alpha LCS has just kind of been able to dominate, more so for the fact that it's just an easy engage, and that's one of the things that at least in my opinion teams have kind of struggled on a little bit is being able to have that go button, like, all right, we're going in right now, here's the fight, it's starting. And Vi literally has that built into her kit, and at the same time also being a tank and also providing a lot of damage, so she kind of brings everything that you basically want. The only downside to the Vi is that if she misses her Q, she's missing some damage. But I mean, the ultimate can kind of make up for that a little bit. It would be interesting. Did they pick their support yet? Did Comeback Kids? It would be interesting to see a Morgana here. To kind of counter that. Oh, well, wait a second. Wait a second.
Is that a Kennen Okay. No, they've already got their Thresh.
Oh, they got
They already
Thresh.
got the Thresh in the bot lane.
For a second there, I was like, "Oh man, this is about a game about to get turned on its head here a little bit."
All right, we got a very unusual team for the Comeback Kids here. I'm very interested to see what they're gonna do with two junglers. One of them is gonna have to lane. I'm really interested to see how they're gonna be able to work that up in either the top lane or the mid lane.
Rest.
I think I've heard their mid laner is the kind of guy who likes to play little weird things. So I wouldn't be
Happy to check
surprised to
this
see the
one out.
Nocturne mid. I mean, honestly, it's not. I wouldn't say it's necessarily good, but it's not necessarily awful. Like, it's got the global ultimate. It's kind of got the damage in lane. It's almost like an assassin a little bit.
Definitely has some
yeah.
gank potential, and if they decide to go for the mid lane with Nocturne.
Yeah, it just might be a little rough in the laning phase though. That's the only thing. But I mean, I guess we'll have to see how he plays it. If he's able to get level 6 and then roam pretty quickly and make kills off of that, it might kind of benefit him a lot. Like, if he's able to generate those kills across the map, it's not the worst pick. But I mean, it really is going to come down to if he's able to, in laning phase, not really get far behind.
Definitely.
But I guess I don't know. I mean, it could be Kha'Zix. No, it looks like it is the Kha'Zix jungle.
All right. Well, it looks like we're gonna be able to have maybe a top Nocturne. Maybe not. It looks like Kennen might be going the top lane against Malphite. I feel like that would be the best lineup for the Comeback Kids. Malphite has a very difficult time going against a Kennen who really relies on that early poke against a Malphite who really doesn't have too much against an AP top laner.
Yeah, it is nice that they have the Kennen as their engage because they have the Thresh. They have the Thresh to nice to be able to make picks. But they don't really have that engage. I mean, you have the Nocturne ultimate, but he's not necessarily tanky enough to kind of be the engage. So being able to have that front liney, maybe not necessarily front line, but like, it, just ultimate engage to get the fight going. It just helps them a lot because of their team fight. It'll be able to give that Draven kind of some room in the back to just basically do whatever he wants.
I'm really interested to see how the Kennen is going to be able to to disperse those team fights. I feel like the with the Vine the Malphite, they might have a little bit of a reserve with the Kennen ulti up, or if they don't build any magic resist, the Kennen just gonna press R and it's gonna completely wipe Vi and Malphite right off the map.
Yeah, I think their comp really does revolve around getting the Draven fed. If he kind of gets ahead a little bit, they have enough engage and frontline that it won't really matter that much. He'll kind of be able to do what he wants. Wait a second here. Wait a second here. Are you seeing what I'm seeing here?
Very interesting.
Ooh, they're sending the Will Brooks mid. They're sending the Will Brooks mid lane. Oh my gosh. I'm hyped. I'm
really
hyped.
excited to see this here. I'm really interested to see how the Nocturne's going to be able to use his spell shield for good use against the bindings and the slows of Lux.
Oh my gosh, I'm hyped. I'm very hyped. That's interesting though. I wonder why they decided to do that. Maybe mix it up a little. Maybe try to catch them off guard. It is interesting that Will is taking Ignite mid on Lux. Little ballsy, but I guess, to each their own.
Maybe he just feels very confident against that matchup. He knows how to lane against a Nocturne in the mid lane. Maybe he's done it before.
I mean, levels
levels
1 through 3, he definitely has the advantage. I mean, he doesn't really. You assume he doesn't get his spell shield till level 3, so I mean, if he's able to kind of poke him out a little bit with spell auto attack, he'll kind of be able to get that advantage. Well, all right. So let's break these teams down a little bit here. So let's start with Team Great. So, we got the Malphite top, Vi jungle, Caitlyn, Nami bottom lane, Lux mid. What are you thinking about that, man? What are you thinking is kind of their strong point here in this team?
So I feel like their strong point is going to be definitely the sieging style, against the comeback kids who really don't have. Honestly, they don't have a lot of wave clear, with the exception of maybe their Kennen, but that puts them in a really difficult position. I feel like Team Great is going to really want to focus on grouping up together as early as possible and just pushing down those turrets. I think with the potential of having a Malphite ult, maybe when Kennen isn't around, or Vi being able to dive Draven or even Kha'Zix, I feel like that poses a great amount of potential and fear against that team. So what I want to see is really hard pushes from blue team. Get those turrets down as fast as possible. The faster that you end the laning phase against Draven, the better, so that you don't allow him to have the potential of being able to catch someone out in the lane. Once you do that, she needs to just focus on getting those top turret down, get the mid turret down, and just push. The moment that they let down or they get picked out, the comeback kids are going to completely dominate. Yeah, without a doubt.
I definitely think it's one of those situations, and the comeback kids have that just pick potential there. They have. I mean, their team is just an insane amount of damage. It's one of those things that if their team gets behind early game, it might be kind of hard for them to come back unless they can make picks. Granted, the Caitlyn isn't necessarily immobile, but the Lux is immobile, so they're really going to rely on the Lux and the Vi to make picks. But if the Kha'Zix, Nocturne, Draven are able to get some of those early kills, like you were saying, if the Draven is able to cash in early, they might not have a lot of damage. Team Great, if the Caitlyn gets behind, they're going to be solely relying on the Lux mid, who's just going to get Nocturne, Kha'Zix, gangbanged on when it comes to later team fights, basically.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm really worried to see how this Nocturne is gonna fare in the early game, and that's basically gonna determine his impact on the rest of the game. Because Nocturne really needs to get as much farm as possible in the early game, and just try to get his first item so he can make an impact later on. Because he can go and use his ulti as much as he wants, but at the end, if he doesn't have any damage to back it up, he's just gonna be a free kill for Team Great.
I am going to go grab a drink really quick. I will be right back.
All right. So it looks like the game is just loading in right now. Everyone's getting their places ready, getting their first items down.
Alrighty, there we go. So kind of your typical starts coming out across the board. Nothing really special coming out. Maybe we'll see if we can do something level 1. They do have the Thresh, so they might be able to kind of make something happen here a little bit. Level 1, you know, might be able to kind of make a play.
I feel like maybe a little dangerous against that team with the Lux with a possible binding and Nami with the bubble. I think they need to be really careful with this invasion.
Ooh, Thresh is moving in. He's able to land the hook on the Nami. He's going in. Is it going to be enough damage? No, the ebb and flow coming out. Nice flash over the wall to get out of that. But that is that early summoner spell burned for the Nami and the flash in the bottom lane. That might be something they're able to take advantage of later on.
I hope so. With the Kha'Zix, hopefully maybe he can start on the red side, and then go down to his blue, and then maybe go down to bot lane to try to secure that kill there. Because there's really honestly nothing that the Nami can do to stop the other team from catching him out. All Thresh really needs to do is walk in front of the wave, and just have a good hook, and it's done for.
I mean that was definitely a nice invade there. You know, they kind of I'm kind of surprised Team Great didn't kind of anticipate it a little bit more. You know, I mean they had the Thresh. You know, it was kind of a, you know, what are you necessarily going to do about it? You know, I mean, you got to kind of anticipate that engage, you know, the invade there. But regardless, not the end of the world, just a flash burn. But yeah, I mean, taking a look at this mid lane here, Will is already able to get Bukaki Toro down to half health. You know, that Nocturne there, and that's a good advantage. You know, I mean, he's got to kind of poke him out a little bit there. You know, like I was saying before, levels 1 through 3, he needs to get that advantage. If he's not able to get ahead, then, you know, he's not really utilizing the whole Caitlyn pick very well.
Definitely. I think, talking about the mid lane, I feel that Nocturne is going to have to be very careful with the way that he uses his Q. Because his Q is going to, most likely what he's going to be doing is he's going to try to be pushing that wave as hard as possible and trying to get some roams. But if he stays in that lane too long, and uses up his spell shield for something, he's gonna get poked down considerably, just like he's doing right now.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a situation. See, oh, it looks like they might be trying to make the play bottom lane. Nice flay coming out from the Thresh. Is he gonna get the hook? Gets the hook on the Caitlyn. The axe is just spinning from Draven, bouncing him off Caitlyn. That's 1. That's 2. Is it gonna be 3? Draven's taking a lot of damage though. The minions are focusing him. Draven did take a lot of damage from that trade.
Bubble.
Overall, that was a trade though that was benefiting Team Great. You almost think in that situation that, you know, they had the couple axes on them. They had like what, 3, maybe 4 axes on them. Ooh, the snare coming out from mid lane. Oh, the Nocturne! Oh, the Nocturne! The flash ignite on the Lux. Very nice kill. Nocturne might get a second kill off of this. The E coming out from the Vine, not going to be enough. Oh, they may be turning this on now onto the Lux. Let's see if it's going to be anything that they're going to be able to finish off of them.
What an interesting turn of events there. I'm very surprised that he was able to get that kill. Fortunately, I wasn't watching the mid lane at that time, but it seems like Will Brooks may have been standing too close to Nocturne at that time, was able to possibly get a good fear on him.
Yeah, it was one of those situations in which Will kind of flashed to kind of make a play almost happen, but nothing. He wasn't really able to create much off of it. You know, he was kind of he got the snare on him, but at that exact time, the Nocturne got the fear, he spell shielded the E, and then was able to, you know, use the ignite to get a kill. And man, the Kennen is just abusing the Malphite top lane currently.
Fortunately for Malphite though, he doesn't have too bad of a CS difference. Hopefully he can keep that up. Maybe get some early early Null Mantle, but it looks like he's instead going for the Ruby Crystal. I'm very worried for Will Brooks here, seeing as both of his summoners down. This could be an easy gank for Kha'Zix to get on him. Oh, looks like we got a little bit of a fight bot lane. Looks like Caitlyn just threw out the exhaust. Oh, just barely missed Caitlyn with that last axe. Looks like she's be able to walk out that alive. Very, very close fight here. Things are getting intense. With both the Dravens flash down and the Caitlyn's all summoners down, I have a feeling that something's gonna happen big in the next couple of minutes in the bot lane.
Yeah, he did take the turret shot though. Yeah, and they did burn. I think they burned. I guess they did burn the exhaust on the Nami. You know, that was honestly one of those ganks. Oh, looks like a gank might be coming in top lane. Vi's not 6, and forcing the flash anyway from the Kennen. Oh, the flash hook coming out! Getting onto the Nami, the flay coming out over 2 of them. He's caught. Looks like it's not going to be enough. They're able to kind of kite away. You know, the ebb and flow coming out. The sustain from the Nami kind of gets that advantage there a little bit. You know, that's one of the advantages that the Nami has going into the Thresh Draven lane. Is like, unless they're able to finish off those kills, you know, Sense of Place doesn't have the ignite on Thresh. So if they get these hook plays, you know, it might not be enough to finish it unless they have that ignite to also follow up with it.
Very interesting turn of events here in the bot lane. I feel like maybe the Caitlyn should maybe focus on putting that CS, put in the wave at just a little closer to the turret. I feel like that would be a much better situation for their team to be able to get some ganks off. Looks like Nocturne is sneaking down here with his level 6. No wards on their side, so it looks like this might turn around to become another kill for Nocturne, but it looks like he's going back up. Possibly Kha'Zix looks like he's trying to go in for the gank here, but it looks like it's going to dissipate there. With the ward put down by Lux, it looks like there's nothing really that's going to happen here. Just putting out a couple wards in the enemy jungle. And looks like everything's back to normal. Comeback kicks, bot lane going back, was able to get a sight stone and a BF sword. Huge returns from that. So I have a feeling that the Team Great is going to have to go back right now and try to do the same.
You know, it's something we didn't even notice, but Team Great, Will Brooks' support is mid lane. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Ayurion. Oh, the Nocturne's going in with the... Oh my
deleted.
Oh, Bugaki Poro.
Absolutely deleted.
The Serrated Dirk, the ultimate, the Shroud of Darkness, the Unspeakable Horror, to block the spell, just enough to obliterate the Lux. That burst from the Nocturne, I don't think even Will expected it.
I completely agree. Let me check. I don't think if he has any armor. It doesn't look like he has any extra armor built into his kit. I think that's a big mistake on Lux's side.
Oh, but the ultimate's coming out from the Kennen top. Oh, he's able to take one of them. That they kind of that was a nice ultimate from Kennen to counter that engaged top lane. But you know, see, these are trades, in my opinion, that aren't very good for Team Great. You know, these are situations where, like, you know, they have the Vi and the Malphite trying to make something happen top lane. But while they do that, Kennen's getting a kill off of it. Kennen's already up 8 farm, 8 CS. So all it does, it doesn't necessarily, you know, hurt him a ton. You know, obviously it gives up the kill to the Vi, but you know, he has to kill himself now. So that benefits him a lot more. And Urian moving up a little too far here, getting flayed, but he's getting a lot of damage down onto the Draven. He played that surprisingly well for being a little out of place there.
Looks like things are settling down a little bit. I have a feeling that Kha'Zix is going to start getting some plays in the lane now. He just hit his level 6, so he's going to be able to do a little bit of extra damage with his evolved Qs. I feel like he's going to have to do something soon, or else Vi is just going to start getting these lanes and start turning them around. I know that the comeback kids have a couple extra kills, but with Vi having her ulti now, I have a feeling that things are going to turn around real quick for either team here. The junglers are going to have some big impact on these lanes.
It looks like they might have opted to switch lanes here too. They sent Will Brooks top and they brought Opie mid. that might just be a situation in which they feel the Malphite can kind of survive a little bit. He's got the Bonnie Cinder, you know, to kind of get a little bit more health against maybe the Nocturne ulti here. The Lantern coming in for the Kha'Zix bottom. He's able to leap in, but not really get much going there. The bubble was landed. It was a nice bubble, nice Aqua Prison to kind of counteract that engage. You know, kind of trying to force something to happen a little bit here. You know, that's one of the things. Is like we were saying earlier, unless the Kennen is there, they don't really have that much engage. You know, the Nocturne obviously, and the you know, the Kha'Zix kind of have their flanking potential. The Thresh has their pick potential, but other than that, they don't really have, you know, a go button unless Kennen is involved. Vi is just sitting bottom lane on their own pink ward, but the lane is pushed. I guess they're not really going to try to do much here.
What I'm surprised I haven't seen yet is neither of the junglers have gotten a sweeping trick yet, which I feel is very, very important to get these ganks pulled off. Kha'Zix stepped right onto a ward before he went down to bot lane. I feel if they had the sweeping ward there, they would have been able to take that out and come back again and possibly get something going in the lane.
Looks like Nocturne might be roaming down right now, but he is going to walk over the ward, so they are going to know. But yeah, I definitely agree with that point. You know, they only have the sweeping lenses coming out right now from the bottom lane. So you'd think maybe that, you know, they'd want to get something else from the junglers, but they are going to go for Dragon right now. It looks like the team might be coming down on them. The hook is coming down on Malphite. They're going into fight. The nice lead. Malphite comes out with the counter ultimate. Nocturne's going in on Bukaki. Is it going to be enough to kill him? Ooh, Bukaki goes down. Bounty goes down. Man, nice plays. Sense of Place is taking a lot of damage from Dragon. Nice play on the Caitlyn. They have the red buff ticket. It's not going to be enough, though. The flash away from the Caitlyn. Caitlyn going in with the damage. Oh, the heal's coming out. Is Caitlyn going to go down now? The fear's coming out from the Nocturne, getting them back towards the fight. Oh, Bukaki's taking a lot of damage. No problem, though. Able to get that cash in on the Draven. No idea what just happened right there, but for some reason, they tried to blast off the blast cone, and Nami ended up going back into that fight. But overall there, big advantage for Comeback Kids.
Yeah, I agree that Malphite was way too close to that team with such low health and there's no way of being able to like safely put in an ult there. Even if he got it successfully put on, you would have still got it completely destroyed. He just was at the wrong place with too low health. I feel like the Team Great should have just really stayed far away from that and just let them take.
Yeah, I mean,
the
Malphite had a good counter engage ultimate, you know, to kind of survive a little bit and give his team, but like, there was just no one else there to kind of help him out. You know, you had Yuri in there on the Caitlyn. Oh, Kennen's going in with the ultimate engage on Will. Looks like this is going to be a kill. Nice flash away the Shuriken. He's going to dive. Oh, nice. The W coming out to finish off the kill. He knew exactly that range to finish him off. Jingle this season has been going off, man. He has been having some seriously great top lane performances so far.
Yeah, I'm really questioning why they did the whole lane swap, because Kennen has nothing but MR. That Lux is doing just 0 damage to that Kennen. Even if you were to use his entire combo, it would just really do nothing to that Kennen. Whereas Lux really has any kind of resistance, and to go against a Kennen which has already high base damage is just spelling trouble no matter where that Lux goes. So I'm not really sure what Will Brooks is going to be able to do in the rest of this game. He's just so far behind in both CS and in kills.
Yeah, maybe they were thinking just, I mean, more survivability. I mean, you know, Will was getting dove on, you know, pretty early on, but right now it looks like we might be having a gank trying to happen mid lane. Doesn't look like Kha'Zix. You know, Malphite is sitting on a ward. Doesn't look like he's really going to be able to get much going there. Looks like oh, the Nocturne is going for the engage right now, though. Oh, the nice ultimate coming out. He's able to stop the full engage. Will with the laser, the flash over by Bukaki. Oh, but looks like it's not going to be enough. The Ignite sticking, very nice kill finish from the Malphite. The Silent Taco is going in 1v1 versus the Malphite. He's taking a lot of minion damage, though. Looks like he might have taken a little bit too much here. The Vice charging up. Nice Q into the landing. Oh, the ultimate for the overkill. Very nicely played. Very nicely played. Little too much taken after the Silent Taco. Maybe trying to 1v1 the Malphite was kind of a bad choice.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think the Kha'Zix really just doesn't have too much right now to go against the Malphite. I really think he's going to stay far away from that kind of engagement. especially with no vision on the jungler. It was just too risky. So it looks like the Kennon's gonna come in and use the ulti onto Vi. Oh, and it looks like they're possibly gonna be able to get away from this.
He still got the W.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! What?
What the damage?
He counted. That was so well played because he had the 2 stacks of his stun on him, and he used the last stack, his W, to cancel Vi's Vault Breaker. So he knew, he was like, oh, he's like, yeah, maybe it might have been a situation in which he was just kind of trying to get in range. But rather than that, he used it to counter the Vault Breaker to get away. It was a great way to counter her escape and also finish off the kill. Dude, Jingle was popping off, man.
He is. He's been showing up in every single game so far in the past couple of weeks. I'm really, really excited to see how this is going to turn out for him in the rest of this game. I have a feeling with Kennen already doing so much damage, how is it going to be towards the late game with no magic resistance and the entire team? I have a feeling this is going to bode well for Kennen.
Looks like there's a 1v1 Jingle right now?
No, he's backing. He's taking too much minion damage aside from taking the damage, and that's a bad engage on his part. I'd be very, very wary of staying away from that cannon.
Oh, it looks like Silent Taco is considering. Oh, the OP engage ultimate. Kennen does not have his ultimate, does not have flash. OP with the flash follow-up. But Kha'Zix is coming in for the counter gank. OP flashes the mastery side. Looks like it might have been a little too early. Silent Taco is going to be able to flash, finish him off. But hey, you might as well BM him if you get the kill ahead of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think that was kind of a nice little comeback vengeance kill there.
Oh, that was great. I love it.
Vi looks like with the Kha'Zix in the top lane, he might look like he's trying to take this Ocean Drake here. No one really to stop him aside from the Thresh that's there. But Nocturne with the ultimate ready might want to try to go down and steal this.
They might be able to try it. Nocturne's got the burst. He's going on the blind. Oh, but Vi did get the dragon. Bukaki might go down. The exhaust, the laser coming out. Did not hit anybody there, unfortunately. But they are kind of in a bad place. Bounty just going to go out of there. I don't know if the Nami does have the flash. But the Bukaki went in there to try to kind of make something happen, but he just got exhausted. It kind of just counteract all of the burst he was trying to produce. He might have been in a better situation to wait a little bit, wait till Silent Taco got there and maybe try to do something together. Draven getting bubbled, very nice bubble coming out. Oh, missing the net to get that follow-up damage. Oh, Will might go down to the Kha'Zix though. Kha'Zix is currently stealth. Oh, is that the red? What was that? I don't even know what that was. What was that tick that killed him?
I think it might have just been the red buff.
But he doesn't even have red buff. I don't know what that was. I'm not sure. We have to go back and watch the replay. But regardless, though, that earlier play with Bukaki going in on the dragon, trying to get that burst off, it was just a little too early. A little ambitious. I think if he didn't get exhausted, it would have been a nice play. But you got to anticipate that being up. It hasn't been used in a while. You got to anticipate that summoner spell a little bit.
Aside from that, I think if this was any other situation where Nocturne was the jungler with the smite, that might have been a good play, but he really has no opportunity to really steal that dragon very well. So I think maybe he was a little ambitious with that, thinking that he could somehow steal it, but with Vi's damage with her E and the smite, there's just really no way of being able to secure that dragon. Looks like Vi might be looking to possibly dive the top lane with the Malphite pushing in the wave. Looks like there could possibly something going on here, but she's kind of sitting questionable.
I'm not sure if they're going to be able
Something's
to
going to
get
happen
something.
here.
They're trying to force it. Meanwhile, at the same time, Nocturne is ganking bottom lane. The ultimate coming out from Malphite. Also, the ultimate from Vi. That is enough to kill him. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we have something going on as well. No, it looks like they're just going to get the tower.
So that's going to be the first tower if they get this. They're going to get the first tower gold.
That's the first tower. 18 minutes and 50 seconds into the game.
Definitely one of the slower games despite all the kills. Laning phase is going to last a long time. This Kha'Zix is in a questionable situation here. His jump is already down, but looks like the other team is going to disengage.
Willbrook. Oh, no, Will's
got the Goon Squad.
The Goon Squad. Rolling deep. Yeah, it's... The problem right now for Team Great is the fact that, looks like Kha'Zix is going to just steal his blue buff away. His team's going to follow up and force them out of this right now. Not really going to be able to do... Ooh! Thresh is... no, nothing much is really going to happen. Just going to take that blue buff and head out. Looks like they're trying to kind of think about making something happen here. Maybe try to get a Thresh hook. Urian's moving up a little far there with the Thresh hook available. But, you know, the problem for Team Great right now is that they're making the nice plays with the Vi and the Malphite ultimates combined, but Wilbrooks is 0-4. You know, Urian isn't ahead as Kaywood, but a nice snare coming out. The ultimate laser, not enough to finish him off. Nice laser though, nice combo. See, that goes back to my point, is if Will had more kills, or, you know, like maybe a couple more assists or something, that would have been a kill for them. But because he's down so much gold, because Bukaki was able to make some nice plays, they can't really capitalize in team fight settings with the Malphite Vi ultimate.
And again, like there's, just like I was saying before the game, their Team Great just has a very, very strong siege comp. Even though they're several thousand gold behind, all they need to do is just use the wave clear, and really, honestly, the other team can't do anything. Comeback Kids just have no wave clear against them. They have all the engage, but without the Kennen, they just really have no opportunity to engage on them without the fear of a Nami bubble or a light binding from Lux or any kind of disengage on their team. So
this is a risky split pushing opportunity coming out. They're gonna dive the Malphite there. Ultimate's coming out from Nocturne and Kennen. They're gonna be able to get a second tier turret. Silent Taco is they want to get out of there with
that was a very questionable teleport there. He was completely by himself. There was just no way he was going to be able to survive that there. I think it would have been better off if he saved that teleport for something a little more.
Yeah, I think it was one of those situations in which Team Grey was kind of almost trying to disgrace them to get the second tier turret, but the minions for Comeback Kids were already at the first tier turret and they were killing it as we speak. You know, as in bottom lane, the minions had a wave to go through first before they got to the turret, so it wasn't necessarily the best kind of trade there, and I think I think Opie was trying to counter that a little bit by teleporting in. But I mean, Comeback Kids had the Kennen ultimate ready and the Nocturne ultimate ready, so they knew the second he teleported in, they're like, all right guys, we're going in. You know, he's going to be by himself. You see the rest of the team is bottom lane, just kill him, and that's exactly what they did.
Yep, and by himself, Malphite really has no kill potential against the team, and the Comeback Kids were just full health, so even if he used his ulti and was able to do any kind of damage to them, it would have not been enough to really get any of them. So I think you could just use that teleport for maybe something a little more useful, like this dragon that's about to come up pretty soon here.
Yeah, we could
Looks like they got about 5 seconds left for this next Ocean Drake.
Inferno Dragon. Let's see, but ultimates are back up for both teams right now. This could be a giant fight coming out. It looks like Comeback Kids might be just opting to keep up. Oh, it is an Ocean Dragon. I'm sorry, it's an Ocean Dragon. Looks like they just decided it wasn't a priority, but a huge fight team's coming out. The hook on the Kayla to start the fight. The flying of 4 members of the team. The backers coming in, able to kill Wilbrooks when the fight begins. That's ultimate coming out from Malphite, able to get on 3 of them. Looks like Thresh might be going down, but the fight's still going on. Bukaki Poro falls down from the Malphite Vi damage. Malphite and Vi. Oh, the Kennen coming in from behind with the flash ultimate. Nice engage there. The hook coming out missing there, but nice engage from the Kennen, able to kind of follow that up. The flash from Silent Taco and the Kha'Zix looks like he's got the red buff to slow it. The stun might be coming out for the Kennen. They're going to be able to finish the Malphite off. Overall, that was a team fight in which Kha'Zix seems to be following. Not sure he's going to be able to kind of do anything. Bounty's going to be able to get out of there. But that was a team fight in which it started off so strong for Team Great. Malphite and Vi weren't even touched at the beginning of that fight, but then Jingle came in, who is very far ahead, and just turned that team fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there was ideally a very good opportunity for Team Great to be able to go in against that team without the Kennen there, but he was able to jump into the team at the last second. I think that Team Great should have just took what they got, get a couple kills in, and then immediately leave, knowing that the Kennen was in there, and do exactly what he did there, just completely annihilate the backline, all the squishy players. I think that the Comeback Kids need to be very, very aware of where Kennen is at all times, because without him, I mean, I have a feeling that if Team Great just is able to do little team fights like that where they can just pick up a kill or another and then immediately disengage, that could bode well for Team Great, be able to get a couple kills into possibly Lux or the Caitlyn, and maybe turn this game around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, if we're looking at the gold spread right now, you know, the Kennen is up there with, I guess not in the total game, but he has more gold than every member on the other team for the most part. There's only, you know, Urien is a little bit ahead. But he you know, that's what we were saying before. That engage, you need to watch out for that. You know, it started off where Sense of Place had a very nice hook on Urien. He went in and he flayed 3 or 4 of their members. But, you know, they were kind of able to make a little bit of picks there. But the Vi and the Malphite, you know, kind of being the front line after the hook flay. But eventually, the Kennen just came in and just cleaned everything up. It didn't even matter. You know, it didn't even matter that the Vi and the Malphite were the front line, because the Kennen just has so much gold on him. He was just able to finish off the carries that were low health after that initial fight.
So it looks like that they're just trying to clean up a little bit here. I'm not sure if either team knows what they want to do. Looks like they're just trying to farm up a little bit, trying to get ready for the next fight. Everyone's just trying to clear out some wards. Red side is trying to get some wards onto Baron, possibly for the next team fight. If they're able to clean up Team Great, they just be able to go straight to Baron and maybe push some of these turrets down. Get an in-hit possibly.
You know, an ideal fight at this time, well, it looks like, nah. An ideal fight at this time would be a situation where they get Jingle engaging on the Kennen, and they just have Silent Taco be able to kill everybody, because he's 7-1. You know, if he can get the isolated bonus on the back line, it looks like Opie's walking into the bush. The hook, coming out and listen a little bit there. But yeah, if Silent Taco is able to get the isolated bonus on, say, Urien or the Caitlyn, you know, he's going to be able to kill him pretty quickly. Granted, Urien is on this Caitlyn, he's putting out a good amount of damage. You know, it's one of those champions that they're going to need to focus in team fights because Will is behind. So if they can get Silent Taco to get on that back line while Jingle's engaging to get the isolated bonus on the Caitlyn and kill her, it'll just help a lot for them. They'll be able to win the team fight if they can kill the Caitlyn, essentially.
I agree. I completely agree. Because that's really, honestly, their only real amount of damage here. Looks like there's a engage coming from Nocturne using the Unspeakable Horror onto the Malphite. Malphite's trying to get away, but it looks like that's going to be possible with the Draven there. Going to be able to secure this kill here, get those stacks popped. Honestly, it was just a free kill for them with the Malphite completely isolated. I really no reason why the Malphite should have been all alone there. I think he should have just gone with the rest of the team and gone top lane.
Yeah, the Malphite, the Malphite thought he had the escape with his ultimate, but he ulted before the Nocturne ult was used on him. So before Paranoia actually Bounty's going in for the Vault Breaker, aren't able to hit anything with it. They're going to just maybe take this turret. Will might be able to land a snare here or two. Gets the damage on. The laser's coming out, trying to just wave clear at this point. It looks like they might be trying to make something happen. Jingle does have his ultimate, going in on 3 of them. Looks like he's able to get the Vi stun. Oh, looks like not going to be able to finish him off. Draven's getting the damage rather than Nami. Looks like, all in all, they'll be able to take this inhib out of it, though. But at the same exact time, the Caitlyn's pushing top lane, snared by Will to stop it. Looks like there might not be enough. Looks like at the same time, he might just be taking this top lane turret. Yeah, he's taking the turret. Maybe he can even push in the inhib. Let's see, and at the same time, they have a big fight going down bottom lane, though. Looks like coming in with the engage on Jingle. The exhaust is used. Opie's trying to follow up on it. Opie's going in. The nice Q's coming out. The ultimate from Draven and the hook as well coming out to kind of bring the Bounty back into it. The snare coming out, holding them in place. The laser finishes off 2 of them. The execute. Very nice ultimate from Will Brooks to finish off 2 of them there. At the same time, it looks like the Nocturne may have killed the Caitlyn top lane though, but
yeah, the Caitlyn was just trying to stay there to finish off the inhibitor and sacrifice herself to get that. I feel that's that's probably the best decision, because there's probably really no way that Caitlyn would have been able to escape that Nocturne.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't a bad idea. I don't think it was necessarily the worst idea to have them split push or the Caitlyn split push, because I think they were pretty much guaranteed to lose mid. Will did use his ultimate to kind of clear the wave a little bit, but because of that, they were kind of able to just push it and get the inhib a little bit. You know, he used his ultimate to clear it, but then Jingle came in with the engage, and they were able to push Team Great off. and they were able to almost, you know, just basically push in and get the inhib for free. And at the same time, Urian was able to kind of go top lane and just get a free inhib off of it. But looks like they might be trying to make the engage. The hook's coming out. Misses a little bit wide right.
This Drake is very, very important for Team Grid. This is the third Drake that's gonna come in for the Ocean Drake. Looks like that the Nocturne would try to use his Paranoia, but might have lost vision on the Lux. So unfortunately, they just lost a very, very key ability for the comeback kids here. Looks like they're gonna try to turn it around and try to get some engage on Nocturne, but a good use of the stealth shield there.
Ooh,
Looks like
the
comeback kids were able to use with that Ocean Drake.
Ooh, Jinx coming in with the engage on 3 of them. The laser coming out from Lux. Able to finish one of them up, but Will getting the isolated bonus from Lukaku. Able to finish him up. Lukaku going in with the reset. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3 kills coming up from Lukaku. The flash on the Urian, that's 4. Are they able to finish off the OP? Looks like they might be able to. That was Silent Taco getting that isolated bonus on Will to start the fight and getting the reset and just going off, putting in so much damage on this Kha'Zix.
What a brutal fight. I feel like they just really didn't have any of their flanks covered there. I feel that after they saw that the Dragon was taken, they should have just immediately left from that area. It was definitely not worth getting that turret, because now they're going to be able to lose an inhib, and maybe one of their turrets, or maybe even Baron.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to take this inhib for free. I mean, they are up in 1 second. They are up right now. Malphite doesn't have his ultimate, but he is pretty tanky. The bubble's missing a little bit. They do get the inhib, but they might be able to make some kills off of this, maybe. Malphite is slowing them. The laser coming out. Not enough to finish the Kha'Zix. Doesn't have enough gold on him. Looks like they're probably going to be able to finish this Thresh, though. Nice E coming out from Lux, able to get the damage on him. Is Will going to be able to finish him off, though? It looks like he's just going to blast off the save. Oh, not enough to finish him off, unfortunately. Yeah. Will is on the chase, though. Will is on the chase. No, he's not going to be able to catch up to him.
He tried.
He tried.
Very interesting choice here from the Lux. I was just noticing this with the build. He has both an Athene's and a Morellonomicon. I'm not really sure about that build. I feel like maybe he could have switched out that Athene to possibly like a Zhonya's against that team. I feel like that would be maybe a little bit of a more useful ability if he had that. He could have possibly survived that last fight there with the
even something with a little bit more damage. You know, that's like he had that ultimate right there on the Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix has literally no magic resistance at all. He wasn't able to kill him though with about 300, 400 health. You know, he doesn't. The Chalice and the Morello, or the Athenes and the Morello, it's just not enough damage to kind of get. You know, you gotta almost assume that he's gonna die to their team comp. You know, exactly. Nocturne, Kha'Zix Draven is gonna kill you. Kennen is gonna kill you. So at least take advantage of the fact that you have an ability that can snare. Thresh looks like to be coming in now. Oh, it's gonna be enough. He gets the hook on Will Brooks. They're able to go in and finish him off. No chance there. Very nice hook from Silent Hawk, or very nice hook from Sense of Place to be able to finish that kill off. Let's see what they're gonna do with this though. Could they go for the Baron? Might be deciding to. Oh, the Paranoia come in. Oh, on the Caitlyn, the exhaust isn't even up. Ooh, looks like the redemption's being used to try to get the damage in. The Flay's coming out on Bounty. Hopi's in the backline trying to make something happen, but he's by himself out of place. Flashes out of there. He sets a place on the Thresh. He's kind of distracting them at the same time. The double man play with the QSS being burned. Are they gonna have enough damage to finish the OP? Nice. Fear coming out. Ooh, Draven. Ooh, nice redemption's coming in with a heal. Very nice and execute. Jingle flashing in with the ultimate engage by himself though. Oh, he gets ulted by Vi. Oh, he lives at like 50 health. Oh, he makes the lantern away. Nice ball break from Vi to try to make something happen. Oh, gets hooked by Urian gets hooked now, but it looks like not going to really be enough. You know, they're just honestly turret diving at this point. Nice laser coming out, getting a kill. Urian turning this around though. Oh man, nice turnaround there. You know, team, you know, comeback kids were just kind of diving too hard there. You know, they were trying. They thought they were so far ahead they could almost dive a little bit too far. And you know, this is, you know, when you're up 8K and you're up 10 kills, the absolute last thing you want to do is to be turret diving and giving them this gold back. You know, we saw this the other day with Team 1 versus Team was it Team 3? The Team 3 that we're seeing now, to Comeback Kids, is that Team 1 had the big lead, but then they were giving up kill, and they were getting getting the gold back. And this is a situation right now where I don't think, to be honest with you, it's going to be very hard for Team Great to come back. But if Comeback Kids keep doing dives like that, they're giving all that gold to Team Great. They're giving all, right now, Urien is 40 farm up on Crimacree on the Draven. That's a big advantage there.
Yeah, and with that, on top of that, the Comeback Kids just sacrifice themselves an inhibitor in the top lane. If the Team Great gets a good engage and a good fight on them, that could cost them the game. But it looks like they're going to turn it around. Nocturne using the Paranoia, decimating that Caitlyn, trying to use the Unspeakable Horror on the Lux, but it looks like she's able to flash away safely.
Yeah,
they might want to turn this around and get themselves a Baron.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they'd be really, if Team Great would really be able to do it. It's down. But yeah, Urien was kind of, I think, just trying to secure vision around Dragon. I'm not sure if well, they don't have any wards in Comeback Kids jungle, so maybe it's one of those situations in which they thought that maybe they were just trying to secure the vision around Baron. But there was really not much vision to kind of, get when you're by yourself. I mean, at this moment in time, in my opinion at least, Urien is the carry they need to keep safe.
Definitely.
With Lux, with Will's kind of build and being down a lot of gold, he just not really putting out that damage. So Urien needs to kind of constantly be with that Nami or be with that Vi in that Malphite. He needs to have those teammates with him, or else he's not really going to be able to benefit much from it.
Definitely. And when you're going against someone like a Nocturne or like a Fiddlesticks or something, you have to always be aware of your surroundings and where you're at, because one little misstep, one step away from the team could cost you your life in this game, because Nocturne is looking for any tiny opportunity where they see you alone or they see you just a little bit overextended. That could easily cost you your life in this against a Nocturne. Very, very dangerous champion to be against, especially at this late of the game, where he's built complete full damage and just one Paranoia, as you saw. All it takes is just the Paranoia damage, the Q, and a little bit of an auto attack, and they're gone. It's as easy as that, and then you can just run away after that. Looks like you're trying to siege up the top lane here with a Baron buff. Teammate doing a pretty good job of trying to keep these minions away.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised the Comeback Kids aren't trying to, utilize the split push a little bit. I mean, the only lane you have left to push. Well, yeah, you guys bottom end is now up. Ooh, the hook coming out. Oh, the Urien with the net, but the hook's still coming out on them. Looks like they're trying to utilize the split push. But yeah, I mean, the only lane you can really push into has the inhib down for their own team. Looks like they're trying to make something happen here. Looks like Nocturne might be coming in the backside trying to make something happen. He's just pushing the wave in himself. I'm not sure. Maybe this would be a good time for the Malphite to engage to kind of create something going. I mean, the Nocturne is just pushing the backline by himself. Looks like they're trying to back off now. Looks like they may be getting this turret now, though, up top.
This is a hard lane to push up against, because with the inhibitor down the top lane for the Comeback Kids, it's kind of hard to push against those sleeper minions. Looks like they're gonna jump on the Draven.
Goes down. This is the engage opportunity. Go! Engage! I guess they're worried about the Nocturne. Oh, it looks like they might go in on the Nocturne now. Downey does have. I mean, that was Crimacree just being out of place, stepping on the Caitlyn trap. But I don't know why OP didn't just ult in there. Why not? I mean, I guess they were worried about Bukaki pushing the inhib down on Nocturne. But why would you not just go in there? I mean, you have Draven who's dead. The team fight might be an advantage to them. The bubble's coming out on the Thresh right now. They might be able to make a play here. This is a 5v4. They still have Baron buff. Oh man, if only they had vision of them. This is risky for the Comeback Kids to stay. The hook is coming down on the Will. He flays in. Nocturne's coming down. The ultimate is able to finish off Shroud, but he's not. Oh, the Redemption's coming in. Bukaki's taking a lot of damage. Ooh, the Redemption's coming out. Shingo's trying to get his ultimate off, not able to hit anybody. Ooh, Urien's just in the back line. Oh, nice laser coming out for Will. Urien is just sitting in the back line, getting his full abilities off. Nice ultimate coming out for Caitlyn. He's gonna be able to finish him off. Nocturne, Kha'Zix is trying to maybe steal this right now. Not sure if he's going to be able to do anything. Ooh, jumps in on the Nami. Oh my gosh, the isolated bonus. Finishes him up. No problem. Might be an opportunity for Silent Taco to steal it. But Opie is zoning against the Malphite. Tries to jump in. Might be a bad opportunity now. It is a 4v2. Looks like they're opting to back out. But I mean, it's just, you know, that's the thing now is like the Nocturne at this point. If he goes in and doesn't kill anybody, he's screwed. You know, he uses his full entire kit there to jump on Psycho Boy and try to finish off the Nami. He couldn't kill him, got exhausted, and then just died. Oh, he didn't even get exhausted. He just died.
Yeah, he's got a full build of nothing but damage and no defensive abilities. And even this next build here, he's got a BF sword. So if he messes up one little thing, he's gonna get demolished. And while he's 6'5" and 12, I feel like if he keeps on doing this and maybe he engages on the wrong person, that's gonna cost him the game. There's really no room for error right now on either side of the team. I feel with the Elder Dragon now on Team Great's side, they need to utilize this as fast as possible. Try to get another engage like they just did and just catch a couple people out. And they could easily close out this game just like what happened in Team 1. It just looks like a history is repeating itself here.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, Lukaku's been trying to make plays in the backline by himself a little bit, but he hasn't had enough burst to do it. And, you know, the Will Brooks, you know, he is down a lot of gold. He has been landing a lot of very clutch snares. You know, he's kind of been picking them off a little bit. And because of that, you know, they've been able to kind of start team fights in their favor. But granted, they honestly, at this point, they need Krimakri to get in a team fight where he doesn't get picked off and he can just do whatever he wants. You know, most of these team fights are Silent Taco going into the back line and Jingo trying to ultimate. Oh, Malphite coming in with the engage here. Gets on the two of them. Oh, nice Sonya's coming out from Jingo. The tidal wave from Nami. Laser's coming out, but Silent Taco going on the back line. Gonna be able to kill Wolfbrooks off. Nocturne with the paranoia and kills two of them. Gets the reset on the Kha'Zix. Are they gonna be able to finish the Vi off the chases? Oh, it looks like they might be able to catch up to her. The flash Q when the Kha'Zix coming out is slowing the fear. Gonna be enough to kill him off. That was what they needed. They needed that Nocturne engage and the Kha'Zix engage, and they had enough damage to just finish off the team.
That looked so good for Team Great in the beginning, man. They caught out the cannon, they used his Zhonya's early, no one got caught in the ultimate, and they finished him off. But the damage that came from the Kha'Zix, I feel like that Urian just freaked out and disengaged himself from the rest of the team, which gave the isolation damage to Kha'Zix, and he was just the counter from that, and on top of that, the Nocturne came in at the very end after everyone used their disengage abilities and just destroyed the rest of the team.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely the team fight that in the beginning looked like Team Great's favor. But the problem was, when Malphite had that engage, very nice engage being that, when he had that engage, his backline was kind of left by themselves almost a little bit. And the Kha'Zix Nocturne were able to get that full burst damage off on them. You know, because the Kha'Zix was focusing, or excuse me, the Malphite was focusing on trying to kill them, the Kha'Zix and Nocturne could kind of just do what they wanted with the backline.
So a very interesting game here with a very unique comp coming out from the Comeback Kids, able to pay off with a 12-1 coming from Silent Taco. Kennen, surprisingly, was doing really well at the beginning, but wasn't really able to pull off the ultis that maybe he was looking for. The Slicing Maelstroms missed just a couple of times in those key fights, and I feel maybe he should go back to something a little more standard, like maybe well, I guess Rumble and Maokai are banned, so with those two down, maybe he just got banned out and had to put himself on something that he wasn't fully comfortable on.
All right, guys, so that's the end of game one, though. Pretty exciting game. You know, it was pretty close there towards the end. We're gonna take a quick minute break here, stop the stream, get the next lobby going up, but don't go anywhere.